Hey guys, we are finally back. I apologize, we've been gone the whole summer working on some other projects, but Garden Supply Guys is finally back in front of the camera.
We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We're back. Yeah. Classic.
We got a new one for you here today. One of our last videos, we did the Hydra Unlimited HydraMax Forsight professional system. A lot of you customers got on us about the price of it though. The price was the big thing. Feedback was this. You said, hey, can't we get something that's a Forsight that's a little bit more affordable, because we see your two-site home systems are only like $269, $279 range. Well, we did a little pushback with Hydra Unlimited. The boys at Hydra Unlimited did us a solid, guys. They sent us some new boxes. They sent us one of each, the home and the professional line. We are going to be putting these together for you today to do a side-by-side comparison, show you the price differences and why. I think a lot of you guys are going to be super excited at the new home edition that they sent us. I know I am. Let's get these busted out of the boxes, put together. Enjoy the show today.
John here with Garden Supply Guys. As I was building the system, I noticed that there's a couple different things when it comes to the Hydra Unlimited home system. The tubing that they give you is 3/4 of an inch, which is pretty common within the industry. The only thing is the 10 horsepower chiller that's recommended. We had one by EcoPlus. This one's relatively common in most stores. It has a 1/2 inch and a 5/8 size fitting. The only problem is, with a 3/4 inch size tubing and how rigid the tubing is, it's really hard to get that thing to seal up properly without pinching or damaging the hose clamp itself that comes with the Hydra Unlimited system. So I quick designed up a 3/4 inch fitting to go onto the 10 horsepower chiller. Now, if I was going to be using this long term, I would recommend sealing this in epoxy, but worked great. Fit great, sealed up, no problem. But it was just a quick little fix to the system that we have. Now, of course, you could use reducers, and the 1/2 inch that they do give you is awesome. So it should have no issue if you are able to reduce from 3/4 to 1/2 inch with a brass or a plastic fitting. But for me, I just wanted to make it look a little bit more streamlined, so I just made a direct replacement part.
Okay guys, Shazam systems are built. John, you did an awesome job putting both of these together. Kudos to you. Guys, they kind of look the same, but they're a little different. And here we're going to show you the breakdown of the professional system. Why is it $1,443 versus the new drop, which is their home system Forsight, that's a little stripped down and more basic, but it's $660. So let's start with a quick breakdown, guys, of the Forsight Pro system. $1,443. We're gonna zip through it kind of on the difference in features, but if you really wanna see an in-depth review, check out our other YouTube video we did specifically for the Forsight Pro system. All right, getting into it because I wanna save you guys some time. Let's just kind of go through the major details of what makes the Pro system more expensive. The first thing I wanna hit on to touch on immediately that makes sense to a lot of people is the Pro system is designed for expandability, meaning the home system, you're kind of capped, but this one right here comes with a massive Supreme pump that has, it's just a workhorse, guys. It's gonna give you the ability to expand this Forsight system up to 16 sites, 2 rows of 8. What do you also get with the Pro system? Look over here, guys. You get the custom manifold system. You get the custom feed, custom drain, with a water filter built in right here to protect your water chiller with perfectly clean H2O running through it. That's going to extend the life of the chiller. Keep in mind, guys, the chillers are not included in the prices of these systems. The commercial system is designed to run the chiller. It's a little tricky to run the Forsight Pro system without a chiller. So keep that in mind if you are considering going with the big boy here. Expect to buy a 1/10 horsepower chiller to also pair up with it. Now you also look here, you guys got to see that we've got custom fittings. These custom fittings that HydraMax is including in this system, Hydro Unlimited. It's a lot more commercial grade fitting layout, wider tubes, the bigger hosing, wider diameter is going to allow you to expand this with return lines compared to their stripped down Forsight system. Lastly, what we got to remember too is you get the float valve included. So a custom fill float valve included with the Pro system. It's a nice little feature. I love how it clips onto the bucket. You can set that up on a reservoir to do a refill at all times. So you go on vacation, this site is always managed with a nutrient reservoir refill ready to go. We're going to do a little interlude here for me to kind of explain why are we so big on Hydro Unlimited systems here at Garden Supply, guys. Well, I've been around since 2011 running the store, operating it, and I've seen a lot of systems come and go. But when Hydro Unlimited approached us and showed us the HydraMax systems, and we took the time to kind of look up and down these systems, the way they put them together, we had a hard time picking apart their system and saying, oh, here's a problem, here's a problem. What we saw was a lot of potential in these systems and the potential to grow the biggest, best plants because of what these guys did. I was very impressed, so I got on board with them and said, send me some systems, this and that. And it really started with this. This accessory right here is what first caught my eye, and that's the Venturi air injector manifold. Okay, so this thing basically pushes water through and creates a little air suction loop off the top of this, forcing air into the plant's root zone in the buckets. Okay, when you see this in action in the buckets when the systems are running, it's very exciting, because you know that root zone is going to be injected with massive oxygen-rich nutrient solution. It's not going to give the roots a chance to ball and clump up. It's going to keep them active, stimulated, and growing, guys. This is what started it all, where we said we want to see this in action. We want to test it. Now we're even using it. But I'll get to that part later. Lastly, a godsend, guys. This piece right here, Hydro Unlimited finally was a company that said, you know what we're gonna do in the hydroponics system? Every man's like greatest wish. We all make messes, we all spill water. We're doing drain outs, things happen, right? I've always wanted a quick disconnect fitting. This is their 1/2-inch quick disconnect. As you can see, it's all grommet sealed. Check this out, boom, done. This is something that is quick disconnect, watertight. You can connect, disconnect, easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're gonna take you guys next door real quick and show you a couple of my favorite uses for these. And I think you're gonna like what you see. It'll probably give you some ideas on maybe ordering these right off of our website. We have them all, as well as the systems. Check that out, gardensupplyguys.com. We'll be right back. Okay guys, here we are at one of our facilities. I'm gonna show you a little something on an IBC tote that we use to supply fresh water. Now this is used to run our main irrigation lines, but one thing we sometimes need to do is grab some fresh water throughout the facility, and we need to be able to just provide it here and there whenever we need access. And one thing that's awesome about these quick disconnect valves, in this tote, we got a water pump stirring, and it is turned on, connected to a quick disconnect valve. So what do we need? You just go like this, boom, connected. Come over here, I need to get a little water. Voila. Now, if I'm done filling, turn her off, go back up here, disconnect, waterproof. Okay guys, another spot in our facility. I want to show you something a little special where we did a little test. I'm sure you're gonna love seeing this. Come on in here, John. Take a look. We've got just a HydraMax single site system running here. Now you can see the clone in there is doing quite well, but what I want to show you guys is this. Take a look at these 3 clones right here. Now what I want to tell you is these all came in Hydroton clay pebbles, and we did a test where we transplanted 3 of them into Nectar No. 4 blend soil. They were all rooted the same, and we took 1 of them out of the clay pebbles. We dropped it into the HydraMax single site system with their nice Tetra base balls. Look at the difference. There was nothing done differently to these plants during the transplant. Phenomenal. Let me show you a quick thing. We've implemented these quick disconnect fittings as an add-on to this single site HydraMax system. We added some quick disconnects to actually incorporate on this side of the outside of the tent. We've got a water chiller going. Now what's cool about the quick disconnects, guys, is these fittings down here are going to be able to allow you to not only adapt 1/2 inch line from the pump, 1/2 inch to the chiller quick disconnect, but also on the way back, because the HydraMax systems have a reduction down to a 3/8, you can get the 1/2 inch quick disconnect one side, and then the male 3/8 reducer from 1/2 inch down to auto adapt right into the water line into the HydraMax system. Pretty cool. Now, the other nice thing about adding these quick disconnects is if we want to drain this system out quickly and easily, effortlessly, all we have to do is this. Check this out. Right here, we simply just disconnect. You can hear the pump now is disengaged but running. All we need to do is connect this hose that I was using by the IBC. Simply take the valve, and now we're draining the system. Once we're done draining the system, all we have to do is come back here to reestablish our connections. Simple disconnect, and we go right back into the water chiller feed line on this side. Boom. How easy is that? Okay, finally time to get to the Forsight home system HydraMax. Guys, 660 bucks. Let's think about it again here. It's stripped down pro version. And when I mean stripped down, if you're a guy with a 5x5 tent, a 4x4 tent, you can drop this thing in and grow big trees. That's awesome. You can do anything with these systems, but you're kind of capped to expandability. So just keep that in mind. What kind of grower are you? Are you the guy that's thinking big and wants to keep going? Or are you the guy that's just happy running 4 plants that are monstrous? So if that's the case, you got this. If you're the guy that thinks big, you got that. The great thing about Hydra Unlimited, they're really coming up with a lot of solutions to cover everyone's needs. A 1-site, a 2-site, now a 4-site home system. You got your hobbyists and your enthusiasts covered. It's going to do the same things pretty much as the Pro system. But again, you got a little bit of a smaller pump running the system back here, so it's sized down. So the maximum it can handle is these 4 sites. Now, the one thing I also wanted to point out, guys, is the home system versus the Pro system. We noticed the pump strength. It correlates to the amount of airflow that pushes through these Venturi air injector manifolds. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to fire these systems up. John, come in here and show the difference in the bubbles. Now, the bubble air injections through each of these sites is amazing from system to system. They're both great. But what we notice is one system to the next, the home system is about half as powerful. We use the home system next door. It works great. But check this out. I'm going to fire this up. Let's take one of these off. Get a load of that. Come on over here, John. Get a load of that. That's the Pro system. If you do compare the two, you can definitely tell the Pro pushes a lot more oxygen through that plant site. So that's one thing we did notice. I'm still highly impressed with the $660 price point on this Forsight system though, guys, because comparing this to a current culture system or other RDWC systems on the market, guys, this is pumping air through that root zone. These buckets have standoffs. The bases of them are sloped so salt sediments can't build up. These guys at Hydro Unlimited got their designs together. Now, the last thing that I will note, if you come in here, John did reduce this chiller with the tube height right here. The original cable that it came with from Hydro Unlimited was this one. We got rid of it because we decided this is shorten this up, and then we can use this hose right here back on the water pump as a drain out. Now I will tell you, this will quick connect to that drain out, but it's not a dry fitting. It's going to leak. So be fast, be quick, be strong. This concludes our little get together here at Garden Supply Guys. I hope you enjoy this Forsight system review. Check us out at gardensupplyguys.com. If you like what you see, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and like our videos. Thanks a lot.